Secret
General. I say amnesty, Montreal letemra.
Oh, there be amnesty bien. Say, you know say grant MPP amnesty. Dear, ya phone no. Oh no, so the boneche. Say amnesty e bone a wo de ache.
Yeah.
So the boneche between ye ne omo ye bone. Any ye bone. One also the boneche de nko. If you will grant them amnesty to join us, any movement to the political party and check. Okay. You nyambe political party be grant amnesty to the new patriotic party. Say omumba meka ye hone yemfa ye ne credibility no. Emfa nkoje tumi mehwe oman no so. Yai NMS start NPP in free statement Ora Francis Adenimo issue or say committee 40. Na ye chirichirim. Then you see the Tripura then you mo your more party omodimwa to otte the ideals, the principles, idea ijina support MPP one otte asi yipa. Was a press statement on NPP primary. Following broad consultations, advice from my team members and careful reflections on the current circumstances of the party, I have decided not to contest the NPP presidential primary scheduled for January 31st, 2026. The decision is founded on the following. 1. Inappropriate political timing, January 31st, 2026 for the conduct of the presidential primary. 2. The top-down approach to internal party contests, which has been severely criticized by many party stalwarts, including myself, as politically imprudent. The seeming inclination and bias of party executives towards one candidate. The unreasonable and unhealthy monetization of our internal policies, as evident in the astronomical amount of 4,600,000 Ghana cedis being demanded from each aspirant. These factors, I believe, undermine the foundations of our internal democratic culture and place unethical emphasis on money rather than competence and winnability. For the ora at the anymore. Na oya kane mampon MP ano gina osunkokoko amenyo dimu eko gina edi nkunimu no de owo kanyira ne se eye MPP aba omode ba beyi frankatuni no ananka ono eka hono watwe no ate one na busua ne nkofo no di dwuma nyina adwene nsem no na de enti a wotwe no ne se abra mo so obede 21 January no enye abra yapa ebio ye to akoyi ye sida ya ye kwa kobo chance esoro answer the aba be foundation wo se sabi adwene bi anim enya dia na nkofu bebre kasa tia nanso esanse omoyade ompese omode boa one particular candidate wa mbone di na so bi Bawumia eno de okudigare botoma wono ne sura ahano eyesini pain ye beka chew ana de atwa ne nsunu mu kura ne se party amumntumi ntua party officers ka me pese be ba di o mamu a wo se me engineer adenimo the last time we engineering work on guy
go for 6 billion
I just 6 billion work o me machine
share I say
4.6 million Ghana cedis. That is 46 billion all cities.
No me say sir.
To be machine because me feel say you know pick form na 100.
Yes.
Oh file here 500.
Yeah.
Say beyond that obviously development fee way and
TV ka bomwa.
At the end montam mamponsika 4.6 million. Eva mremo na monkonkodi ade ya de ni mo pe ti ko bena point SSK. Wa hanya mi ni kwa brand kwa bna da point mi hanya mi ni atam 4.6 akoma ngofo se omunkodi no gonya 0%. Hey!
Also akwere.
What time 4.6 million?
Na se scan one for kwampa
President Kennedy Agyapong.
Oh, he must say, me wa fire extinguisher wa fear ade.
I can't imagine. So wa file.
Kwabena no Kennedy ka.
Ti kwabena diska we ko. Ai, ewiase we pa ehu. Nti Adenibodi
Kennedy so di akọ.
Ono so atam 4 point.
So de ko ene so Bawumia beko.
Ono so ko.
Ai.
Eni Africa kodua mu bedi di pa. Sesike ba gugu ma council. When you move ya mu mama ba because we engosi aga. So ati ase.
Okay.
the woman in say party no elusu focus. They said they na Ivan Ekan. Okoku na odintwa obechire obabe bokombo na hwede e koche wonti a e ma odinkuku.
Yeah.
Okoreti wi a na afi wahwe se wakoyi kanini. E hye na nkasa ahwiase. Ye ma abosoka na se ye nko magazine kura go hwehwemu. Se pass na enfa ne se ye yakwa pass na hye. Ni ahye hye no ye wi a ye the driver ye be pet driver ni amara betu. We di omo ko pet driver na ko pet driver ni wi a e hye be no ba beka. That is the situation with the MPP. Now because say plan be any muntin amanye omo na omo ye ni nyina no en paso and ento hwe omo so a e de omo asise omo besom ko e betu franka no a eye obienu a wo kire adwene mu oduru baby a Ghana eduro no ye betumi de ye free ye how are you so be ka kire me say wan kasa wa your private business. You see there is a difference, people must get the concept right. There is a difference between public interest and public interest. Public interest. So we are ankrokwadwuma a private interest benefit ni nyina no e ba wan kasa ho. Ana oba bedi o man nimu a wo Ghana man nyina on to wana monto ni nyina ye se ne be ya Ghana fo nyina no be dey ensa be ko ma no. And this obi ba no obetu no husi so wo ye public worker. The wo ye ni nyina se otu no ho ama se o de som Ghana man nyina. O private business and the o de som wan kasa ho. Because before so bet you 1,000 citizens, this will make a profit of about 400,000. Where you move to talk more day. Amen. Yes. O catch them and say, what a one yeska. And it's one of the reasons why a political party say Ukruman ego. Under no circumstance was a political party different bako editor and yan seminar financier. It is a reason why a political party be also members share dues. A quarter and I won't share dues. Now they quarter better than your runner. Enti ye friend the party ye nyina ne akeka ya dwena bom ye ntobo abom ane ye de ye kase ye kosi ane ye kosi se ne be ya enko ye ba akofo eno nti na obi betumi aba contractor o se ke ye 10,000 na dia koma nipa no 800 million so no nko anye ada ye nipa no se ono finance party no eno kan obi na ekon a ye akutia galamsey enye ye because mo kwa akọ party o mo from financiers o mo ko mo ye galamsey fu no mo kwa giska dom di aba tu wie na se o so kokko galamsey a no mo fresh any party na refi se ska bagie no ye ne galamsey fu na de ma tu be na anu akọ tu bo se na de bia ye se ye kon ya no na so no e form no bibie ni wa ye de koso now also kwa akọ yi kandidi mpapa mpanimfo a munyina matere afie duo no na moko ka we ya o se we bonini ti ade bonefo party na ade bonefo no mu kwa akoyi di boni ba ko se o ma medi o ma yeso efe enko bo sasasi so
was nye de bonefo keke killers
criminals
na me de o mu kika no asio se Eraba ba ko se ever na Acheampong Dr. Acheampong was say wo Bryan ye pet time wa dia kwakwa campaign na unsem hunu se okoto hotel nti ne eja Bawumia ye ton no ne de defend hotel okwakoto ni bre bon nti okwakoto ma eja pade sana Eraba no ka kire Bryan
Acheampong
o kasa wie ya na Bryan to come on wo na obekasa se wa kire wo boss audi na chi obi de ne moaba porta wakwa yi ato anya ne mfaso no no wakwa wia mo no e de akomo mo ye chiriwia di bobonisem no waka akiro anso a wo se wo e-gate ensemu pio na we I hope say yoko ni OSP omutie o se e-gate amko ye o boss Bawumia o inflated by $240 million we wo mo de free ase be keka as a come on PDS ye de tena krom aka se adefo o boss no na die ni mo ye wura Bawumia tie bass na say dabi mo ya ma Kennedy so fa no hodi wo Kennedy e krom contract pele Paul tele e wo mu nyina wo na wasesa fa ho o sori ana mo we ana mo so om dia bono na ye ne ye pe kronkron ni amana be die ni mu a na yenya wo mu nyamia ya adoma mo aba be ka kire se omo ya adeboyefo a ebe ye gay na wo wadwene ho se wo a woto a wo pe mpuntu abrabom wakwa kofa deboyen di so meduwe no do be kwa hemfa me obi ti so raba Bawumia I'm very surprised when you could draw a form.
Oh.
Because the point is that before so begging also a cover form, I was going to me answer 170 questions now. You see, what yes, I know one share answers our questions are already that the summer best ever chasing is Sana, the water. As they would to me, Busa 170 questions. And we are saying, why I can cry, yeah, try to degree. No, yeah, Busa, or Busa 170 questions. Now we Busa 170 questions. When we are 170 questions, question one ground one side, the stability of the city, Unya Quenyano, and as a Ubedi or minus, let the city to the dollar, 1:4.2.
Yeah.
At a point that what come here at the Yako, your friend say 1:17 cities. Now, Sakwasi will answer. Now, Ora Ebisata, as some I will reassess and answer Hopa, no bed just about Nakasa Rofa, not as a summer with you when you're some papa. Say somebody chasing.
I
also chasing because that's you were not fair to him. Oh, catch the same inflation. And Misaka Bon, one year, that time 2016 thereof, no, the inflation at 15.4%. At a point to Bawumia, what to become inflation could do 54% to Kroma. When you answer that question, we a bit then and the summer in chase you my own play nonsense. So, yes, yeah, I don't think or no, and this go for form. Bryan, dear, a young one. Say, a Nahote dear, and also best. Obiso person best use at a point no contested to be the flag bearer of the MPP. Either than that, he must not conceive the idea. Kennedy dear, oh my Ghana, oh president, I said you catch about your community drinker. What's so you brother? It would make a simple. What oh, what's one? No be or no catch a party for the MPP. So must be a Jimmy. What's Jimmy? Jimmy. I don't know why I even belong to that party. None of the other could do with him. You see, people must respect themselves. Being a flag bearer, no, and yeah, Juma Obia between here. We hear some level of temper. Anna, you see, you're preparing. Or my one idea, you're like in the say. You need succession plan.
No.
All the political parties, you know, you omungrum, oko Singapore.
NDC the same.
The same thing. Obia. Singapore were there for the junior ministers. Okay. And the minister no, one from special assistant one, only junior ministers. And to both Aquadano, the finance minister, the political party or shadow. And the Gabo say, MPP, your shadow finance, and you scoring points, your mouth meticulous training. You expose you to the world. And Chroma one will be on by expose you no. Now, or your negotiation, mammy, no mean. Because Obama bear Chroma Hanamo. O free play mana ministers ni atwi camera e twa picture na ahakwa na utwa picture ni de okoso ko ene go negotiation so okọ ya de okay bia oh yes no akosama. That is why you have bogus money a contract okroma yankofo no kwa ya boka ya na o magiatum. We don't have people who have strong negotiation skills e betumi agina na so mo mind say no say because you are building your capacity. Ya bedi obi a anya namu sante beduru on ma obi office o man wo bo man kro no nya bibia hye nsem no o se me pese me di o man nim. It has become monetization wa wo sika enti ene obi wa adwene mu do pa on men politics. O de koye parliament na the quality of representation o ra be ho akwatia by election ba bitie MPP ni NDC na MPP ni se ho ye ngoya aputitu ye kwa na se ye koye galamsa na de
also on the finance party.
And I know the criteria also. Ukoko jina mrashe be na usem mrama. You see, on mine baby aye kona nyo. Enye na that you know ane wan here be die dokoro say voices of conscience and statian kasem na ye ye say a business as usual. Ye hwe han sa no a ene bibi kitwa ye esi wo savannah. And tokwa because you see obi a lose confidence to be quick to be any say yen tokwa no na yen tokwa. That is why voices of reason and conscience must speak, and that is why was set engineer your friend say adenimo asem na watchro no a piece a guide obi a where suppose MPP no was it when your party also dependent hodom party a wo ba be 4.6 million say me ba be di party anim keke adai ede ne ekoton a dear na party no a 20 also will give me 4.6 million. Not to say a hun yede, a nymphaso. And to say, I know more reduce by virtue of Sikan Guano, you eliminate about 99.9% of members, and Quebec. Yaka, your more. It was the question is, how did these people make their money?
Sure.
How did they all of a sudden also be a scaffold? Hey, I know my God, and
4.6 million. Yes,
Muka officer good year you are so far top form. Neko contest. I brought
I found a more delegates.
And no, and now, Anna boys, no internal elections or more. Now, because I want to say, be more contest. Who to me, youth, so called youth organizers of a party. There is a reason why I say, oh, the executive position now, men take his size.
Yeah.
Because I grown up more, I ended up couldn't be winning.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a new candidate. I was a was executive for 2 million. Now, men are minimums of who you are to about now. Yeah, openly, we declare, and the young to son me, and a whole regional chairman wouldn't to mean a number as you must our shanty, or call offense or say, now I feel your memory say, we're a party. What good? At the region one Ancasano, or no frame it is here, there is nowhere Obenya full complement of the region. As what take size. Unya MPs from the northern side, almost so, or Mama Bawumia. How would you then later come on and then do business with the Okokan side and so Obenya Stekane, Kwakukwatini, Iguachire, and until how at the end of the day you must take neutral positions. Namunyama delegates sending a year in the year 1998. That was the most acrimonious year. Now MPP a year Kufo versus Akufo. But no, we are the cat here. You know why? Because executives you know and you when him say me support us me see anaso bente. It was a fair playing fielder. Sunyane Kufo winning emphatically. Sa subani bi and another was encontro. But Obia want to mean your argument based on cogent reasons. You know, the answer one for intimidation or the second room. Towards what talk conscience, and the essay democracy. And the media, America, your party, actually, I say, Toby, into Weno, Omukwe, say, and you and members of Mama Kumamu, you know, someone in Amoja or Kumam, send your watcher Jacokayan. But there is a new political party about a barber farm. Na ayemu yi.
We grant amnesty to the MP.
Oh yeah, we will grant amnesty to them. Say your mafum ye. Enti yene na yebeka say ye de omo boni ya de achom omo meka ye ho. Na ye mfa because election there and I say amanyosem nipa na de so tiase. Enti nipa no onya kwa sa de ya ye de beba na ya mamra na ye de aye adwuma ya kra ye obi he e party no. Sane enem se si ade omo ye the man is away or Kennedy or Bryan or Acheampong Akasa Bawumia for party no. Or Monanкasa create your party or Magdalene. Minimum was never free. Your candidate promised MPP say Obe deliver Zongo votes, Muslim votes, and Northern votes. The whole country, Bawumia winning only one Zongo. That was winning by Zongo. The Northern region, also Poto 0. Sort yes, Muslim votes and Koyi. In fact, baby out here, the we need a constituency. Who told you his true constituency? The area was so east between Walawale and the Kanda. What everyone was spending more time. Everyone about me, I cannot spend Kanda force and the area was so east. Perhaps vote the difference between the MPP and the NDC. Baby, what here now? Because the area across Omutitiano. And the true measure of one Gasano performance. I'm more money.
Innocent.
Yeah.
Overcall rate so direct and upper so.
I think I mean touch it on the way.
We are not to also the rate.
Yes. I think it's sad. It doesn't matter maybe a wujida across the political divide because your democracy in the some of these institutions like political party must be very vibrant and very strong in Nema or Moye. But when they begin showing signs of intellectual weakness in this fashion that we see within the MPP, breaking the heart of Obia all love for Ghana's democracy. Because, so we have Obi to say, Papaya or Kasai anymore.
Yeah.
So, Oshana, you been about catch us at this person is a presidential material.
Of course.
Maybe Nimno.
And so deep.
But from afar, you could see, Yakasa Obia, yes, Uhuna, you been about catch it. So, being president, and ya pray you. Sometimes I remember when Obama was a senator.
Yeah.
oko deliver the way your friend say oko mass speech or baby. We a speech in a man for tagging said this young man should be president of America. And truly, on the one and what the Ababeduru has saying. Because a whole package. You embody, you demonstrate, you live it. And it is not difficult to connect that dot. He says that Nipa way can be president. I remember Abra and Mels F.R. Mahama said the running mate. Yeah. There were a lot of people who said Mahama ran for president. I'm not too bad man because who now it is a fine presidential material as a foreigner. But in recent times, I think that the quality of men, no. I say, I said, I said, monetization, and Obia Kofa can be so again the Sika. The next thing about the team said, I want to be president because we think the presidency doesn't come with the responsibility. What they could for the Bay, Ghana for issue or no hand jet in them were being president, was satisfying that childhood fantasy. Say, Minyasika may president, and that is what is motivating these people. They are failing to realize that leadership is a whole package. It's a responsibility-oriented kind of something that you must be somebody on top of your game, being able to think ahead, inspire and get people together, build a nation for the next generation. So I'm part of it, but I don't blame these people because both political parties and NDC and MPP, when it comes to grooming leadership, are yet priority. If you go to China, you cannot just out of the blue come and lead the country because. Or mine when the blueprint or what they call,
of course,
backed by an ideology. They don't want any external person to just pop into the space and all of a sudden jettison the whole roadmap and then be doing something different. So they consciously train the people. Yeah, ideologically, they make sure say you are in line and as a follow. So Oba is the same line, that's the same theory and I call. So leadership has been one of the bedrock. A man for put money in to train people for the next generation. Yeah, that is not the case. Obianya to me or no office Ninria ba na down phone as a phone as to whether there is competence or not in as a phone. Now Kroma Yeti one will be celebrated say Obini Miansa na people have went, almost celebrate Obida. And then say Mununa Debia, what's a yabo biabazo, Nipa way makes this say that. So on my team no, we don't celebrate knowledge, ingenuity, that kind of way, no. And no crowd then can and the Abba say young people no be so pressure be obenyesika. But the very moment obenyesika no benye nipa di na adiwachi. Ayo yes a massa nya adwene bi anim. Even when you are naked, they will tell you say why and that's exactly what was happening to Akufo-Addo. Because as president while you were sitting, there are certain things that he was not saying. People close to him who are supposed to be bold enough look him in the face and tell him say hold my hand and say who know would you know because otu anywhere down I said a man for CTM no ye bibi make sure say you leave the pain that the people through but they were telling him everything was okay and the president believed it and he was just doing those excesses at the end of the day omo we here na 38 or 30 way so I think say we must begin to take leadership seriously, both political parties. Now you making sure say, yes, we are going to Nisika, we are going to Nisika, and Nisika the president. And America and Obama would never become president. America, the only person who is billionaire waiting by president is Donald Trump. We Trump from or more Kenya, technocrat, intellectuals, or more coming on board and as for them. Nipa who be a mumu whatever. What's our seminar mechanism? So I think we need to move away from the Misika that kind of because some more kind of crashes and nipa nimyansa or nim but the terrain he's venturing into he doesn't even understand it because money has nothing to do with wanting to be president. Tell people you're competent, you have a good temperament, you can lead a job. These are the transformation agenda war. But man for two money here or track record now we will be our threatening ma you say okay can say my young can overshare man for dine when the president overshare man for and I president there and also but to a bit more free say I think we need to get serious and take away intelligence. I don't know why as I say wisdom is no longer a friend of the MPP. Konema no more they said na solo sikan what do power you will not bend the ground up. We say we ko flag bearer. Now flag bearer na ba hwan no no mo be adwuma. The very people are because about 80% of current leaders are support Bawumia. Yeah. And this I know say Memphis or China Kennedy Agyapong become a leader. Sa nkrofo na ono mbeto aba o mo to aba yire no. Afa ne yakoto foforo akwakoyi different people do mo aba na say. Now one beba no so what if they don't like this person? What happens? Yeah. I think the party need to do a lot because political parties are political a public enterprise. Yeah, can't want them because a public enterprise. We all have a stake. Senka your moja padi anke better and can't want them. The very moment I bet political party I register no and yamaja when you won't call Japadia, Ghana need be our vested interest in because there is a probability say wait maybe do a mind or so. Until we have every right to speak about it. I think the MPP need to go into the drawing board and do things right because these characters they are one casa within them they know say the council of Wenu should have been bold enough and just young scrappy uncle for winning them from no country party. We need to rebrand because MPP here an invasive surgical reconstruction to recapture its old identity. But the Omonina media are not ready to undergo that surgery. An invasive surgical reconstruction. And they have had a plastic surgery, you know. What's our identity? Sabaya, ubet me, I win that kind of confidence in a way. Invasive surgical reconstruction. Yes, that is what they need. I said, "Bet me, I said, I'm a man for say, oh, MPP na yet to about here, and they said, oh, look new, near more or more different. But if the same thing, yeah, I'm not sure anybody will take it serious.
Okay, all right. For region to us,